करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोऽस्तुते। नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्ते दीनतारिणे रूपानुगविरुद्धापसिद्धान्तध्वान्तहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्ते विप्रलम्बरसाम्बोधे पादाम्बुजाय नमः। नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगवराय ते गौराविर्भाव भूमि स्वं निर्दिष्ट सज्जन प्रिय वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यां नमामि भक्तशक्तिगम्। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त श्री राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। जयतां सुरतौ पंगुर्मम वन्देर्मतेर्गति मत्सर्वसपदाम्बोजौ श्री राधा मदन मोहन दिव्यवृन्दारण्यं कल्पाद्रुमादहं श्रीमद्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद्राधाशीलगोविन्ददेवो प्रेष्ठादिसेवमानुस्मरामि। श्रीमान् राष्ट्रसारं भीमं श्रीवटतटस्थितः कर्षन् वेणुस्वने गोपीनाथ श्रीयस्थ तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनीश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। So only few verses are left for completing the second chapter. We'll try to do the second chapter today. Till yesterday, which verse we did? 1.2. Okay. So 1.2.9 tak we did, right? Today we'll do 1.2.10 onwards. This chapter contains 1.2.13. So yesterday we did 9, or we have to do today onwards.
No, Mataji, 9 we have to do. Till 8th we have done.
So read the words, one of you. Open the word 1.2.9. Brought on the screen.
We read.
Wait, I'm doing.
Itiyaso sayad vidhir nitya sarva varnashramadishu nityatvayapi asya nirnitam ekadasya adivat phalam.
Yesterday one verse I gave you all. Smartavya satatam Vishnu vismartavya nijatuchit sarvai vidhi nishedhasu yukayodeva kinkara. Today I asked to memorize Anyabhilashita Shunyam. How many of you have done? Krishna Priya, Nangadadar Prabhu, one by one. First chant that verse.
Anyabhilashita Sunyam Jnanam Karma Anavrittam Anukulyena Krishnanu Silanam Bhaktir Uttama.
Gadadhar Prabhu. Yes. Okay, Narayan has raised his hands.
अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यं ज्ञानकर्मादिनावृतम् अनुकूल्येन कृष्णानुशीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमः.
Very good. Gadadhar Prabhu.
Mataji, I haven't done it, Mother. Sorry.
What punishment? Stand on the bench. I told like this last time to someone. He really stood on the seat where he was. Okay, Vishwambar Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यम ज्ञान कर्मादि अन्यावृत अनावृतम अनुकूलेन कृष्णानुशीलनम भक्तिरुत्तमा।
वेरी गुड। मनोज झा प्रभु, then दया सागर प्रभु।
School.
Yes. दया सागर प्रभु, मनोज झा, this is not coming proper voice. दया सागर प्रभु।
Anyabhilashita shunyam jnanam karmadi anavritam anukulena krishnanu shilanam bhaktiruttama.
वैष्णव गौर प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यम ज्ञान कर्मादि अनवरतम अनुकूल्येन कृष्णानुशीलनम भक्तिरुत्तमा।
अनुकूल्येन कृष्णानुशीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमा. When you say, when you have already told na there na, no, but again you should not say.
अनुकूलेन कृष्णा अनुशीलनम भक्तिरुत्तमा।
Okay. वंदना माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यम ज्ञान कर्मादि अनावृतम कृष्णे अनुकूलेन कृष्णेन कृष्णा
अनुकूल्येन कृष्णानुशीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमा।
अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यम ज्ञान कर्मादि अनावृतम अनुकूलेन कृष्णानुशीलं भक्ति उत्तमम्।
अनुकूल्येन कृष्णानुशीलं भक्तिरुत्तमा. Don't say again anu.
अनुकूलेन
कृष्णानुशीलनं, just शीलनम।
अनुशीलनं भक्ति उत्तमम्।
नीरज प्रभु।
Yes, Mataji. So, Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavratam anukulena krishnanu shilanam bhaktiruttamam.
Very good. Two more. Gadi प्रभु।
अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यं ज्ञानकर्मादिनावृतम् अनुकूलेन कृष्णानुशीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमा।
गादी प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। Just I am leaving from office, but I will tell you. I will say Hare Krishna माता जी। अन्याभिलाषित शून्यम ज्ञान कर्मादि अनावृतम अनुकूलेन कृष्णानुशीलनं भक्ति उत्तमम। Yes,
उत्तमा। उत्तमा। Okay. We don't make it uttapa and all. Uttama.
Hare Krishna Mata ji, can I read it?
I read.
Read.
Yes, read.
अन्याभिलाषितशून्यं ज्ञानकर्मादि अनावृतम् अनुकूल्येन कृष्णानुशीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमा।
Okay. Now, Itha Ekadashe, ninth one. Itiyasau syad vidhi nityah sarva. You put that in the, put it in the screen. Varna shamadishu nityatve api asya nirmitam ekadashe aditya palam. So, thus everyone within and outside the Varnashrama system should always follow the rules concerning worship of the Lord. Though it is always to be followed as a daily duty according to the scriptures, the scriptures also ascribe attractive material results for observing it, as in the case of the Ekadashi Vrata. So certain benefits are. See, last time we saw people do. Why they do? So that they come out of material miseries. It is not the greed for serving Krishna. There is some benefits which is added, like you do with this vrata, sins will not sit on your head, sins will be eradicated. You do Ekadashi vrata. So Ekadashi vrata is not done out of love for Krishna. It is done out of getting some material benefit. It's a lot of difference. One is doing out of love for Krishna. One is to attain some material benefit. That is why it is done. So this verse actually is placed after verse number 12. This is because, okay, anyhow, that is all technical things which has been spoken by Jiva Goswami. So here there are certain benefits which is shown, like Chaturmas. Follow the Chaturmas. Why? So that one gets a lot of benefit. Pray to Krishna. If you pray to Krishna, a lot of benefit you'll have. You pray to Narasimha, all the fear will go away. So like this, benefits are shown. Even in demigod worship also, benefits are shown. You worship Katyayani, you'll get nice husband. You worship Andal. This month is Margari month. Every day Andal prayers should be done so that you get a nice husband like Krishna. So it is not done out of love for Krishna. Andal did out of love for Krishna. That is why she sang songs for Krishna. Now the girls are motivated to sing those songs, which is also known as Tirupavai, for Krishna. But the benefits are shown like this. If you sing nicely Tirupavai 30 days, if you follow the vrata, you'll get a wonderful husband. So like this. So to motivate to perform devotional service, in that material benefits are added. There's nothing wrong. You show some lollipop, then only the child goes to the school. The mother shows some lollipop. Hey, you should go to the school, I'll give you this benefit. You write this examination, I'll give you this benefit. So the child is not going to the school because he loves the school. He is going because mother is going to give a wonderful gift. That is why he goes to the school. In the same way, there is a motivation which is given. Pray to Haigriva. You get a good knowledge and you can come in excel marks in the exam. So like this, some benefits are shown that has been given. Okay. Read. Krishna Priya Mataji, you read.
Krishna Mataji. This regulative principle is applicable to all varnas and ashramas, the castes and occupations of life. There are few varnas, namely the Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas, and the Vaishyas, and the Sudras. There are also four standard ashramas, namely Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. The regulative principles are not only for the Brahmacharyas to follow, but all are applicable for all. It does not matter whether one is beginner, a brahmachari, or is very advanced a sannyasi. The principle of remembering the Supreme Personality of Godhead constantly and not forgetting him at any moment is meant to be followed by everyone without fail.
So,
if this injection
overall.
Okay.
So here 4 ashramas, 4 varnas, 4 ashramas have been given. But technically they are known as varna ashrama. Ashrihati is the ashrama. So it is not that only sannyasis are pure devotees. Even a grahastha also can be a devotee. Devotion is not dependent on your ashram. Ashram is only a status of life or a position in the life. So bhakti is not dependent whether you are a brahmachari or a grahastha or a vanaprastha or a sannyasi. Sannyasi have more benefit because of his ashrama. He has more time. He can give more time in bhakti. But that does not mean a grahastha cannot give. So bhakti is completely dependent on one's love for Krishna. A small child also can do, elderly person also can do. So that has been given. Ashrayati iti ashramaha. So when you say grahastha, you should say grahastha ashrama. When you say brahmachari, brahmachari ashrama. That means they are staying under the shelter of Krishna, ashram. In the same way, grahastha ashrama, vanaprastha ashram, sannyasa ashram. We have to say that ashram word also behind. Generally, we think ashram means a place. Hey, ashram kahan hai? That means ashram is a place where brahmacharis are staying. Ashram is the place where even a grahastha is also staying. So the house of a grahastha is also an ashram only. Ashram is under the shelter of Krishna. Now there is a distinct difference between grahastha and grahamedi. In the second canto of Bhagavatam it will come. Grahastha and grahamedi. Who is a grahastha and who is a grahamedi? Grahamedi is the one who is not utilizing the advantageous position what he has in service of Krishna. He's just into sense gratification. So that is grahamedi. And who is a grahastha? Who uses every opportunity, every facility, whatever benefits he is having in the service of Krishna. So that is a grahastha. So grahastha ashrama is a very irresponsible ashrama. And the whole purpose of begetting children is to produce Krishna conscious children. Or what is the use of producing children? They should be, the children should be Krishna conscious. Then only there is a purpose of having grahastha ashram. Or it's just a waste of time and waste of energy. Okay. Now 10th and 11th verse. If you see, this goes up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs. 10th and 11th verse. Yatha ekadashe, 11th canto, 5th chapter, 2nd and 3rd verse. Tu vyaktam evoktam mukha bhurupadibhya purushasya shrama shramai saha chatvaro jajnire varnam guner vipradaya prathak ya esham purusham sakshat atma prabhavam ishwaram na bhajanti avajananti sthanat bhrashta patanti adaha. So 4 varnas, 4 ashramas are given. And each of the 4 social orders headed by Brahmana was born through different combinations of mode of nature, from the face, thighs, arms, and feet of the Lord. Thus, the 4 spiritual orders were also generated. If any of the members of the 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas fail to worship or respect Lord, or intentionally disrespect the Lord, who is the source of their own creation, they will fall down from their position into the hellish state of life. So that has been given. So if they fail to worship the Lord, and their creation is done by Krishna only. Now Brahmanas, they are predominantly in the mode of goodness. Kshatriyas, goodness is followed by passion, and ignorance is negligible. For a Vaishya, passion is followed by ignorance. Goodness is negligible. And Shudras are predominantly in the mode of ignorance. So in this way, the permutation combination of the modes that decides which birth will he have or in which order he should be there. Now, Brahmanas, they represent the head of Lord, or the face of Lord. Arms are the Kshatriyas, stomach are the Vaishyas, and the feet are the Shudras. That means everybody has got the position because of the limbs of the Lord. And in this way, they are compared to the limbs of the Lord. And everyone gets their respective birth according to the previous karmas or accrued modes. Whatever modes he has accrued, according to that, he will get the next life. Okay. Narayana, read two paragraphs you read.
Mataji, can you tell me from where to start?
If this injunction is followed.
If this injunction is
You cannot
followed,
open the book right in there, 1.2.9 previous to that.
yeah.
Now 10 and 11. Mhm.
So this is 1.2.10, na?
10 and 11 goes on. It will go on because the whole description is 10 and 11 and we have completed 10 and 11th verse.
Yeah.
And that has been described in 6 paragraphs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So if this injunction is followed, then all other rules and regulations will automatically fall into line. All other rules and regulations should be treated as assistants or servants to this one basic principle. The injunctions of rules and regulations and the resultant reactions are mentioned in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th chapter, verses 2 and 3. Chamasa Muni, one of the 9 sages who came to instruct King Nimi, addressed the king and said, the 4 social orders, namely the Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas, the Vaishyas, and the Shudras, have come out of different parts of the universal form of the Supreme Lord as follows. The Brahmanas have come out from the head, the Kshatriyas have come out from the arms, the Vaishyas have come out from the waist, and Shudras have come out from the legs. Similarly, the Sannyasis have come out from the head, Vanaprasthas from the arms, Grahasthas from the waist, and Brahmacharis from the legs. These different orders of society and grades of spiritual advancement are conceived in terms of qualification. It is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita that the 4 social orders and the 4 spiritual orders are created by the Lord himself in terms of different individual qualities. As the different parts of the body have different types of activities, so the social orders and spiritual orders also have different types of activities in terms of qualification and position. The target of these activities, however, is always the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. He is the supreme enjoyer. So, whatever one is, a Brahmana or a Shudra, one has to satisfy the Supreme Lord by one's activities. This is also confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam by a verse which reads, everyone must be engaged in his particular duty, but the perfection of such work should be tested by how far the Lord is satisfied with such activities. The injunction herein is that one has to act according to his position, and by such activities, one must either satisfy the Supreme Personality or else fall down from one's position.
Okay. What is the purpose of Varnashrama? Varnashrama Achvataha Purushena Parapraman. Vishnu Aradite Pantaha Nanitya Toshakara. This is the purpose. Why? For Vishnu Aradite Pantaha. Nanitya Toshakara. Without that, there is no purpose. It has been also spoken in Bhagavatam 2nd chapter, 1st canto. Atha Pumbir Dvya Sheshta Varnashmi Vibhaksha. Swanishtitasya Dharmasa Samsiti Haritoshanam. For the satisfaction of Krishna, one performs the duties which has been prescribed in the Varnashrama. If one is born as a Shudra, for him also there are certain duties. One is born as a Kshatriya or Vaishya or Brahmana. Everybody has a prescribed duty to be followed. And that is just for Haritoshanam, Harisantushti, for the satisfaction of Krishna. Okay. Neeraj Prabhu, read from here. 2 paragraphs. Neeraj Prabhu. Okay. Gadadhar Prabhu, you read from here.
I'm sorry, Mataji, my mic got stuck up.
Okay, read.
Krishna, can I get?
Wait, Gadadhar Prabhu. Read.
For example, a Brahmana who is born out of the head of the Lord has as his business to preach the transcendental Vedic sounds or Shabda Brahma. Because the Brahmana is the head, he has to preach the transcendental sound, and he also has to eat on behalf of the Supreme Lord. According to Vedic injunctions, when a Brahmana eats, it is to be understood that the personality of Godhead is eating through him. It is not, however, that the Brahmana should simply eat on behalf of the Lord and not preach the message of Bhagavad Gita to the world. Actually, one who preaches the message of the Gita is very dear to Krishna, as is confirmed in the Gita itself. Such a preacher is actually a Brahmana, and thus, by feeding him, one feeds the Supreme Lord directly.
So, in the category of Brahmana, Vaishnavas are the topmost. Dvija, Dvija, Vipra, Brahmana. We have studied that. Dvija, Vipra, Brahmana. Dvija means one who is born.
Twice born.
Twice born. Then comes Vipra, Vishesha Rupena Pragya. Now he's reading the scriptures because he's got Upanayanam Sanskara, is going to Gurukul reading the scriptures. But still, realization of the scriptures is only by the Vaishnavas. That is why Vaishnavas are called as a topmost Brahmana. Okay.
So, Mataji, the base level is the Vipra, then comes Dvija, and then the Vaishnava, right?
First Dvija, Vipra, Vaishnava.
Dvija, Vipra, Vaishnava. Right. So, similarly, the Kshatriya has to protect people from the onslaught of Maya. That is his duty. For example, as soon as Maharaj Parikshit saw that a black man was attempting to kill a cow, he immediately took his sword, wanting to kill the black man, whose name was Kali. That is Kshatriya's duty. Violence is required in order to give protection. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna directly gave his orders to Arjuna to commit violence on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, just to give protection to the people in general.
In general, okay.
Not to be confused with Kali, the demigoddess whose devastating feature of material nature.
Where you read?
I think there is a asterisk mark about Kali and Kali. So that distinction was there on the page.
Okay. You're
Should I
right,
read it?
You're
Yeah.
over now, full.
Yeah.
Violence is repaired, is required. So it's required in order to give protection.
Protection.
Bhagavad
The
Gita,
Vaishyas
Krishna,
the Vaishyas are meant for producing agricultural products, trading them and distributing them. And the working class or Shudras are those who haven't the intelligence of the Brahmanas or the Kshatriyas or the Vaishyas. And therefore, they are meant to help these higher classes by bodily labor. In this way, there is full cooperation and a spiritual advancement among all the different orders of society. And when there is no such cooperation, the members of society will fall down. That is the present position in the Kali Yuga, this age of quarrel. Nobody is doing his duty, and everyone is simply puffed up by calling himself a Brahmana, intellectual, or a Kshatriya, soldier, or a statesman. But actually, such people are without status. They are out of touch with the Supreme Personality of Godhead because they are not Krishna conscious. Therefore, the Krishna conscious movement is intended to set the whole of human society in proper condition so that everyone will be happy and take profit from developing Krishna consciousness.
Okay, Vaishya's duty is to earn and make profit. Well, the ultimate profit is spreading Krishna consciousness. Even a Vaishya, he is also doing his business, very good, wonderful. But the purpose is what? So that one advances in devotional service. Okay, Mayapur Vihari Mataji, read from here.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Lord Sri Krishna instructed Uddhava that by following the injunctions of the social and spiritual orders of human society, one can satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And as a result of such satisfaction, the whole society gets all the necessities of life amply and without difficulty. This is because, after all, the Supreme Personality of Godhead maintains all the living entities. If the whole society performs its respective duties and remains in Krishna consciousness, there is no doubt that all of its members will live very peacefully and happily, without wanting the necessities of life. The whole world will be turned into Vaikuntha, or spiritual abode. even without being transferred to the kingdom of God. By following the injunctions of Srimad Bhagavatam and prosecuting the duties of Krishna consciousness, all human society will be happy in all respects.
Simple living.
There is a similar statement.
Wait. Now 12th one will start. 12th one will start. This 10th and 11th was describing that Krishna has given Varna and Ashrama so that he will be satisfied. So one's duty, whatever is given according to one's Varna and Ashrama, one has to just follow that. And that is done for Haritoshanam, that is the satisfaction of Krishna. Now 12th verse. Tatphalam cha tatraiva evam kriya yoga pathai puman vedika tantrikaha archan ubhyataha siddhim matto vindati abhikshitam. So Krishna says in Vaidhi Bhakti, the results of Vaidhi Bhakti are stated. By worshipping me through the various methods prescribed in the Vedas and Tantras, one will gain from me his desired perfection both in this life and the next. So why Varna and Ashrama was spoken? Because in any Varna and Ashrama, duties have been given. And that duties are done keeping Krishna in the center. That is Vaidhi Bhakti. Whatever rules and regulations one has to follow, one has to utilize whatever gunas he has in the service of Krishna. And by doing that, what happens? Even a Shudra comes to the level of a Brahmana just by performing devotion. Now, he has certain qualities, that is why he is born in a Shudra family. And in his eating habits and all living habits, that differ. But bhakti is not dependent on any varna and ashrama. Anybody and anyone can do bhakti. Just by performing Vaidhi Bhakti, he surpasses those gunas. Sagunan samati tetan brahma bhuyaya kalpati. Bhagavad Gita speaks about it. Bhakti is not dependent on anything. It has to even surpass the mode of goodness also. But mode of goodness is like one platform where he can take, you can say it's like a airport. The plane has to fly. So in the same way, for bhakti, what is the minimum platform? That is mode of goodness. But that also he has to surpass. He cannot be just in mode of goodness and perform devotional service. Mode of goodness is a basic quality. So what is the aim of all the acharyas? To bring a person at least to the mode of goodness. He can wake up early, his eating habits are improved. And in this way, this is the basic quality. But again, bhakti is not dependent just on mode of goodness, or mode of goodness is just not enough. He has to go even out of that. That has been given. Okay. Kanchan Mataji, read. What happened? Unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam. Mataji, please tell me from where I'm searching.
What is
because
this? There is a similar statement. Okay, you searched in the time.
Yes, Mataji, I found.
Then where were you till now? Should go along with the book, na? Yeah.
Yes, Mataji. There is a similar statement by Sri Krishna himself to Uddhava in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 27th chapter, verse 49. The Lord says there, my dear Uddhava, all persons are engaged in activities, whether those indicated in the revealed scriptures or ordinary worldly activities. If by the result of either of such activities they worship me in Krishna consciousness, then automatically they become very happy within this world as well as in the next. Of this there is no doubt. We can conclude from this statement by Krishna that activities in Krishna consciousness will give everyone all perfection in all desires. Thus, the Krishna consciousness movement is so nice that...
Wait. That is 13th verse.
Okay, Mataji.
So we can conclude from the statement by Krishna that activities in Krishna consciousness will give everyone all perfections in all desires. Okay, 13th verse. Let us see. Pancharatre cha surarshe vihita shastre harimuddhishya ya kriya saiva bhakti iti prokta taya bhakti para bhavet.
Mataji, can I read?
Wait. So Pancharatra says, "O Devarshi, all activities prescribed in the scriptures with the Lord as the object are called Vaidhi Bhakti." So what is a Vaidhi Bhakti? Whatever is there in the Shastras, one is following that. That is known as Vaidhi Bhakti. Yet spontaneous love for Krishna is not there. Slowly, by practicing this, spontaneous Raga Nuga comes. Now he is following the scriptures, very sincerely following the scriptures. By this performance of Bhakti, one attains Prema Bhakti. So slowly it will come. First we have to obey to the scriptures, whatever has been given. Okay, read.
Thus, the Krishna consciousness movement is so nice that there is no need of even designating oneself Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanprastha, or Sannyasi. Let everyone be engaged in whatever occupation he now has. Simply let him worship Lord Krishna by the result of his activities in Krishna consciousness. That will adjust the whole situation, and everyone will be happy and peaceful within this world. In the Narak Pancharatra, the regulative principles of devotional service are described as follows. Any activities sanctioned in the revealed scriptures and aiming at the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are accepted by saintly teachers as the regulative principles of devotional service. If one regularly executes such service onto the Supreme Personality of Godhead under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master, then gradually he rises to the platform of serving in pure love of God. Hare Krishna.
So guidance under the care of a spiritual master. So Acharyas, they give us the principles. Like Srila Prabhupada has given us certain rules and regulations. Minimum 16 round chanting, waking up early in the morning, and then making bhogas for Krishna. So all these regulations are given by the Acharyas so that we go more near to Krishna and love for Krishna spontaneously comes. So the practice, it is not by practice one attains the love. By practice, one's love is revealed. Actually, or you can say one's love is revived. It is revival of our lost Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is not attained, it is revived. Understand very nicely, it is revived. Everyone loves Krishna. Everyone is connected to Krishna. But how to understand this connection? By following certain practices. Like Srila Prabhupada gives example of a child. The child actually knows to walk. It just requires a small practice. It is not that by practice only he has learned to walk. He knows, but little practice, he walked. Yes, awakened from dormant stage. Okay, so here completes second chapter. Next week we'll try to do third and fourth chapter. Any questions? Any questions?
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandvat Pranam. Mataji, here it is written that under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master, gradually he rises to the platform of serving in pure love of God. Mataji, then what is the role of our Diksha Guru here? Spiritual master, we can
functions through Shiksha Guru. Diksha Guru functions through Shiksha Guru only. Diksha Guru directly cannot. In the olden times, Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru were one only. Few disciples, interaction was more. So engagement was very personal and they could do it. Personally, they could do everything. But because now Diksha Guru and many disciples are there, like 10,000, more than that disciples are there, then what they will do? They function through Shiksha Guru. So who is a Shiksha Guru? He is a hand of the spiritual master. That is why in Chaitanya Charitamrita it comes, Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru should not be seen differently. Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, both are one only. You cannot see Diksha Guru to be separate from Shiksha Guru, because Shiksha Guru is an hand and leg of the Diksha Guru. He is functioning on behalf of Diksha. Like if you see the difference between father and mother, then mother takes personal care of the child. But how? Because she is protected by her husband. So one who sees difference between father and mother, then that is wrong thing. In the same way, one cannot see difference between Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru. Shiksha Guru should not think that he is the one only who is giving. He is giving on behalf of Diksha Guru. Now Diksha Guru also will say the same thing. I am giving on behalf of my spiritual master. In this way it comes to Lord Vasudeva, who is the Param Jagat Guru. Okay. Nayan Manjari, are you ready? Chat.
Annabhilashita shunyam anutanna anagritam anukulena krishnanu bhaktiruttamaha.
Jai ho, Jai ho. I am going to give a certificate now. Bhakti Shastri.
Honorary
Bhakti Shastri.
Honorary Bhakti Shastri certificate.
The youngest Bhakti Shastri student.
I think she will be the youngest Bhakti Shastri certified student on the planet.
Planet.
And most eligible.
Most eligible, yes.
Chant again, chant again.
Hari, hari.
Chant again.
Annabhilashita shunyam jnana karma anavritam kulena krishnanu shiranam bhaktiruttamaha.
Jai ho, Jai ho. Vancha kalpatarudesya.
Kripa sindhu devacha patidanam pavaneti vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Jai
की
Jai.
श्री प्रभुपाद की
Jai. Hari bol.